In ancient Mesopotamia, in a city called Ur, lived a man named Abram. Surrounded by idol worship, Abram stood apart. He believed in one true God. One day, God called him to leave everything behind and promised to guide him to a land and future far greater than he could imagine. God told Abram, "Leave your country, your people, and your father's house. Go to a land I will show you." Abram obeyed, taking his wife Sarai and nephew Lot. No roadmap, no destination, just trust in God's promise to bless him and make him the father of a great nation. In Canaan, God told Abram, "To your descendants, I will give this land." Yet he and Sarai had no children, and they were already old. Still, Abram built an altar to worship the Lord, holding on to a promise that seemed impossible by human standards but not by faith. A famine forced Abram to Egypt. Fearing for his life, he told Pharaoh Sarai was his sister. Pharaoh took her into his palace, but God struck Pharaoh's household with plagues. The truth was revealed, and Abram and Sarai were sent away with wealth but also rebuke. Back in Canaan, Abram and Lot's herds grew too large to share land. To avoid conflict, Abram let Lot choose first. Lot chose the fertile plains near Sodom, while Abram remained in the hill country, content and trusting in God's provision over greener pastures. Lot was taken captive during a war among kings. When Abram heard, he rallied 318 trained men and launched a daring night rescue. He defeated the enemy and brought Lot back safely. On his return, Abram gave a tenth of the spoils to Melchizedek, priest of God Most High. God appeared in a vision, "Fear not, Abram. I am your shield, your reward will be great." Abram asked, "What can you give me, since I remain childless?" God told him to look at the stars. "So shall your offspring be." Abram believed, and God counted it as righteousness. Years passed. Still childless, Sarai urged Abram to have a child with her servant, Hagar. Hagar bore Ishmael, but jealousy and conflict followed. This wasn't God's promised plan. Though Abram loved Ishmael, God had a greater purpose through a child with Sarah. When Abram was 99, God appeared again. He renamed him Abraham, meaning father of many nations, and changed Sarai's name to Sarah. As a sign of the covenant, God introduced circumcision. Abraham was promised a son through Sarah, despite their old age. 3 visitors came to Abraham's tent. He welcomed them warmly, offering food and rest. They were messengers of God. One said, "Sarah will have a son by this time next year." Sarah laughed from inside the tent, and the Lord asked, "Is anything too hard for me?" God revealed his plan to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah due to their great wickedness. Abraham pleaded for mercy. "Will you sweep away the righteous with the wicked?" He asked if God would spare the city for 10 righteous people. God agreed, but 10 couldn't be found. God destroyed Sodom, but Lot and his daughters escaped. Soon after, Sarah became pregnant, just as God had promised. She gave birth to Isaac, whose name means laughter. It was a miracle, and the beginning of the promise God made to Abraham years before. As Isaac grew, conflict returned. Sarah saw Ishmael mocking Isaac and asked Abraham to send Hagar and Ishmael away. Though it hurt, God told Abraham to listen to Sarah. He promised to make Ishmael a nation too, but Isaac was the child of the covenant. Then came a test. God told Abraham, "Take your son, your only son Isaac, and offer him as a burnt offering." Early the next morning, Abraham obeyed. With a heavy heart, he walked 3 days with Isaac, trusting that somehow, God would provide a way. On the mountain, Isaac asked, "Where is the lamb?" Abraham replied, "God will provide." Just as he raised the knife, an angel stopped him. A ram appeared, caught in a thicket. Abraham had passed the test. He named the place Jehovah-Jireh, the Lord will provide. Abraham lived a long life, full of faith and trials. He died at 175, and was buried beside Sarah. His legacy lived on through Isaac, then Jacob, and the people of Israel. Through Abraham, God began a story of redemption that would one day bless the whole world.